We're watching for a line of thunderstorms to roll across Kentucky on Saturday, and it may bring us a little bit of severe weather. Hey there, friends. I'm meteorologist Shane Smith. Thanks for joining us. It is late on Friday, August the 21st, as I'm recording this video. And you can see off to our northwest, back into portions of Illinois, just to the southwest of Chicago. We've got a line of severe thunderstorms going, and with it, some warnings popping off this evening, a few flash flood warnings, and it's all part of a cold front which is dipping down into the Ohio Valley as we speak. And as that front approaches the bluegrass tomorrow, we're going to see a chance of severe weather. Now, it's not a huge chance, but it's at least enough that we need to pay attention and keep an eye on the potential for a few low end severe thunderstorms. In fact, you can see the best chance of that is when it comes tomorrow during the afternoon and evening hours. We'll take a closer look at that here in just a minute. But I wanted to start off this evening by taking a look at the different severe weather outlooks from the Storm Prediction Center. So here's the overall outlook for Saturday as of late Friday evening. This will change Saturday morning. So check my Facebook feed for some updated info as that comes out in the morning. But you can see that a good chunk of real estate is going to be under a marginal risk. So a marginal risk just means a 1 out of 5 on the severe weather scale. So a low end potential, not a huge threat, but just enough to pay attention. It's a 5% hail risk. We go to the tornado probability, and I promise you, it's working. Just no risk tomorrow. So that's some good news. And then as we take a look at the damaging wind potential, once again, about 5% for most of the region that's under that marginal risk. So this is a very low end. This is not going to be a major storm system. I don't even think this is going to be as potent as some of the ones we saw early in the week. Just one or two storms may spike up with some winds that crank out over 58 miles per hour or so. And we don't even have the flash flood potential tomorrow. Here's the excessive rain outlook, and you can see it's east of us. Decent chances of flooding over towards the Delmarva Peninsula. Here in Kentucky, not really. I think we're going to be seeing overall decent conditions as far as the flash flood potential. So let's show you how it all plays out using the HRRR model. We're going to go into tomorrow morning. Here we are at 7 a.m. That initial line of storm should be dying down as it approaches the Ohio River. We wake up in the mid to upper 60s across most of the state. By the afternoon, we're heading into the 80s, and I think by around 1 to 3 o'clock up in north central Kentucky between Covington and Lexington, we'll begin to see some isolated thunderstorms fire up from the outflow from the early morning storms. That will continue to develop as the cold front sinks on in, and we'll see a few scattered storms in eastern Kentucky during the afternoon and more develop to the south as we go into the evening. So for my friends around London and Corbin, this is probably a tomorrow evening event. Lexington to the north, we're talking probably early afternoon to late afternoon. So we'll start up around 1 o'clock in northern Kentucky. By the time it gets to southern Kentucky, probably 6 or 7 o'clock. We'll see what happens. But none of these storms look on their own too bad. Just a few of them may spike up over severe limits. But then you see by midnight, we're clearing most of the action on out of here. And we go into Sunday morning. And how about some low 60s? I think that's a good possibility. And then for highs on Sunday, low to mid 80s. Maybe not even hitting 80 in some spots if the HRRR model is to be believed. So little taste of some late summer, early fall air heading our way. We'll go even further into the future now using the European forecast models. We're starting off Sunday evening. You can see we are mainly dry. Going into Monday morning to start the new work week. Upper 50s, low 60s. I think Europeans a little warmer than some of the other guidance, but just know, I think there's a good chance at least some of us get into the mid to upper 50s. Monday afternoon, low 80s, low humidity, going to be pretty nice. Small chance of a late day shower or two Monday. Better chances on Tuesday as a little bit of a frontal system tries to lift back to the north. That's going to bump the temperatures up a little bit as well. We're going to go back into the mid to upper 80s. And then as we go into Wednesday, once again, watching that frontal boundary off to the south, and it's going to be a little bit warmer. We're heading back to the upper 80s in southern Kentucky, southwest Kentucky, maybe near 90. And with that, we'll likely see a few scattered showers, and those chances will persist into Thursday as that heat continues to build back. So we're not getting rid of it for long, but we are going to see a brief break in the heat, and I suspect as we get a little closer, those forecast numbers are going to creep up just a little bit higher as we get into the middle to end of next week. But Sunday and Monday both looking chef's kiss. Some really nice weather heading our way. Just got to get through a little bit of storm action on your Saturday, especially Central and Eastern Kentucky. Western Kentucky, you're like, forget you guys. We're going to be dry and nice for the weekend. So y'all enjoy that out in the western part of the state. You need a little bit of break after what you guys dealt with earlier in the week. So that's going to do it for me this evening. Thank you so much for joining us. Depending on how bad it gets, and also depending on what's going on around the house, because I'm out of town this weekend, may or may not be able to live stream. We'll see. It's really just going to be kind of a play it by ear situation, but I will have the latest warning information on my Facebook and Twitter feed, so you can see the links to those below. S. Smith Weather, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and meteorologist Shane Smith on Facebook. Just be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, follow, all that fun stuff. And when we have warnings, those will be sent to your feeds on those social media channels. So we'll keep an eye on it, friends. We'll see how it goes. I'm not expecting anything too bad today, but definitely a few of those storms could be on the stronger side. May see some gusts pushing 60. Also, with a lot of folks maybe trying to get out and enjoy the weekend without lightning, always a concern. So remember that old saying, thunder roars, go indoors. That's going to do it for now. We'll have updates throughout the weekend. Until then, take care. Stay weather aware, Kentucky.